Ladies and gentlemen, last night I was in a bad mood. But because y'all are so awesome, especially Lynn, Tiara, JL, Brant, and Rachel, and all of Asteroid Fight Club, my mood has now been totally upgraded to weird. And so, yeah, I realize there's not a whole lot of great news out there. So even though the news I give you could possibly, in some circumstances, be mildly or minimally doomy, I'm going to try and put a fun spin on it. So let's have fun amongst a world that is passionately falling apart, shall we? First thing I'm going to talk to you about is Comet C 2020 F3 NEOWISE. Now, I've been meaning to make a edited super cool video for you guys, but the ability to focus has been really a challenge in 2020, and especially this month. It's like 2020 keeps getting increasingly more challenging. And so this comet is amazing. It has a chance to be a 3 magnitude, which means everybody could see it in the sky. But one of the reasons that I don't think I've been able to focus is this comet is much like Selena Gomez, where it looks like it's coming close to you. It's getting more beautiful as it gets close, and then it just breaks apart and turns into some type of an illusion, and you are left crestfallen, or something like that. What I'm trying to say is every time I get excited about a comet, and this I started with Comet Ison, then they turn out to be a dud, for lack of a better term. Anywho, but let's look at some interesting facts, as this thing is about to come up over the ecliptic and be able to be seen better by telescopes, meaning the cool photos. Right now it's under the ecliptic. But let us look at this together, shall we? I mean, look at that crazy pattern. This is July 24th. So if we have a July 4th every 6 days in that month, because we deserve to party and have a good time in 2020, then this would be the 6th July 4th of the month. Wait, what? But look at the pattern here. That is the comet, and then here is the sun, and here is Mercury, and then it goes to, wait, there's Mercury. So there's the comet, there's the sun, there's Mercury, and it goes into Venus, and it goes to Earth, and then Mars. So that is a lot. That not only are Earth, Mars, Venus, and Mercury this close together. Remember, all the gas giants are on the same side of the sun, and all the planets will be on the same side of the sun over here. And so that's going to be a lot of action. And so I don't know when it'll get more earthquakey and volcano-y, but I imagine it'll be soon. And during my 2020 Nostradamus series, we picked a year that we're following, 1565, by his terms, and it has been lining up with our year pretty much every month. And so Nostradamus says it will be seen again in the sky, or the sky will be seen again. So, or it just implies that something fascinating and worth watching and new and interesting will be seen again in the sky. So that is the month we have picked. I have picked for, like, all right, if we're going to see some crazy shit in the sky, a comet or other things, maybe it won't just be a comet. It'll be aliens on those ships they've been talking about. Was talking about? Oh yeah. And so this has potential to be super maximum 2020 interesting. So, and if you use the F as an E, that would be Phi, that would be iron. And so iron crafts iron. So in that regard, it could mean we're going to get crafted and molded, and we're going to have more challenges, obstacles, and shit we got to overcome and deal with in that month. Okay? And now we have the GFS 384 Model Madness. We have a signal. You know, like I've said before, I'm not going to be like, hey, dude, everybody get red alerty and prepare because we got a hurricane coming, unless I think we got a good chance of some type of a major storm. Cristobal never turned out to be a technical hurricane, but it got the hurricane-like pressure over the middle of the United States of America and was still a tropical storm when it went into Wisconsin. So that was an interesting storm. And it's still really early in the hurricane season. We're only 11 days in. 17, sorry. And so here's a signal that I will be like, all right, this looks like here's one of the times where I'm like, okay, this sets off all my Jedi signals. So around the 3rd of July, yeah, we got a chance for some type of a hurricane activity. And people may look at this and say, what? You're never supposed to look at models and make predictions or forecast. But this is not a forecast off our 384 GFSs. But sometimes you can just kind of look at them and you get a signal, a Jedi sense. And so, yeah, I think right around the 3rd and the 5th of July, which we have another eclipse. So the 2 points we're watching for big storms are the 21st, which is in 4 days. But technically with eclipses, it's not the eclipse day. It is 5 days after the eclipse. And so we are watching the 26th, and now we are watching around the July 4th eclipse, our third eclipse of the summer, for a major storm. And that's been my prediction. We will watch the eclipse times in 5 days after for the big ones. And so now we're seeing this is our first signal as we get closer to the eclipse date of the third one, our third eclipse of the summer. And then we got ones in November and December, I believe. And so, yeah, this is a signal, dude. So we know that it's going to get interesting at least 5 days after the 21st if the world survives. So Mercury is stationing and then going retrograde as we speak, so my ability to communicate or focus may be suboptimal. Everybody for like 10 days has been talking about this news story. The date the Mayan calendar predicted for the end of the world, the end of the age, is in fact next week, June 21st. The solar eclipse in Cancer next week, this week now, occurs on the same day as the summer solstice. The Mayans believe this is a massive shift point for all humanity. And people are like, this means the end of the world. And I'm like, well, A, the world's not going to end on my watch. Or B, this gives me a chance to where I can be like, all right, guys, we have 4 days to save the world. And so if the world does not end on the 21st, that means we saved it. And so we get to be excited about that, possibly celebrate if we want to. Although we need to be watching out for that storm 5 days later. And people will probably be losing their minds. There'll be weird shit happening. And then we got another eclipse on the 4th and 5th of July. So my point is, there's a lot going on. And comets, bro. A comet flirts with danger. Comet Neowise C2020 F3 is plunging towards the sun and could soon become a naked eye comet. Okay, so they put flirt and naked pretty much in the tagline and the first sentence. So how am I not supposed to be thinking about beautiful women, their lips, their eyes, every part of their body, but especially their boobs? Is it talking about? Oh, it could become a naked eye object. The question is, can it survive the sun's blistering heat? We might find out as early as next week when the comet enters the field of view of SOHO coronagraphs. And that's the thing that is going to make this story more important. Like I could have been making videos on this for you guys, but my romantic failures, especially over the last 3 years, have had me too energated to even talk about and get excited about a comet, because romantic comedies have been what I've been desiring for a long time. A good one, like the best romantic comedy, and that's comedy is COMETY ever. Anywho, so this story has been interesting. It's just I've had to work through do my shadow work to where I could get to a point to tell jokes about comets again. That's where we're at. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and people might be like, Thor, I don't like you or your style. Always talking about women and boobs and using the shit word. And I'm like, well, that's, I can handle it, man. It is 2020. We got 7 billion people on the planet. It doesn't seem like anybody likes anybody. And then if they like somebody, they like worship them like a politician, which is really weird to me. Anyways, they're talking about, so this comet will be starting on June 22nd which is only 5 days away. It's the day after the winter or the summer solstice, the day after we've saved the world, day after the eclipse, solar. Then this will show up in the LASCO C2. And so we'll be able to follow it for 6 days as it crosses the path. Man, that is exciting. And that has me bonered up. And Boner was a character in a romantic comedy in the 1930s film. So please get your mind out of the gutter. I deserve love. Because I'm cool and funny. And I like to have a good time. Plus, I'm loyal. Naked Eye Comet, Neo-Wise. See, I could be putting all these cool neo-visual references in here. This was edited. Here we go again. Where have I heard that before? A comet is falling towards the sun, and it could become a naked eye comet after it skims past the orbit of Mercury on July 3rd. And so, that's the whole thing. It's like a lot of times I'm up here just telling jokes. And if someone now in 2020, if someone doesn't like your joke, they're like, I hate you, bad joke teller. And it's like baseball, man. You can be a super professional, make millions of dollars, and you only got to hit the baseball like 3 times out of 10. Get a hit. And if you're trying to tell jokes, so you're I don't know. I'm bad at math. But yeah, this comet could be exciting. Yo, it might not look like much now, but this comet could blossom in the weeks after perihelion. Forecasters say Comet Neowise could become as bright as a 2nd or 3rd magnitude star. And then you're just watching that star trek across the sky. And who knows, it's 2020, it could be as bright as a second sun. And I'm not saying this can happen. I'm saying it's possible. It's possible Selena Gomez could zoom up to my face and then hug me and lick my face like she was a cow, but she's actually a beautiful young woman. Anyway, Northern Hemisphere observers would be able to easily see it in the evening sky in mid-July. All right, so we got at least a month to get excited. So temper it. Temper that shit, bro. Don't try to Fibonacci me, man. At this point, readers may be experiencing a feeling of deja vu. Almost the exact same forecast was issued for Comet Atlas, Comet Swan, Comet Ison. There have been quite a few. But as the comets dived towards the sun, instead of blossoming, they died. The sun blew them apart. Intense solar heat can do that to a fragile ball of ice. They're like snowflakes then. They just get turned into snowflakes. And maybe our solar system is just a big snow globe. Telling jokes in a snow globe. Stay tuned for updates. All right, I'm definitely going to have to do an edited video about this cool comet. Instead of a long rambly thing. Look at that, man. All those planets like right there. And this is July 24th. It is popping up under. And so here, let me crud. Crab crackers. Crab crackers and crab cakes. Let's go on a date. Okay, so here we are. See how it's under the ecliptic of Earth. Bing bang. And then soon, when it enters the Neowise frame camera, at the end of the month, we'll be able to see it. And then we'll be able to see it with our eyes as it gets above the ecliptic in the northern hemisphere. And so it will hit perihelion right around July 25th. So we got 5 weeks for this story to get more interesting. People think that the sun is going to blow up to bits like the sun usually does. But as I was saying before, Nostradamus, it's the 1 month. And I don't care about your damn political views, man. That I have kicked ass with that Nostradamus passage on the plague all year with it. And so it has been more accurate than people's political beliefs. And so it has given us great reason to believe that, hey, man, this is going to be really, this could be the first comet, and it's 2020. This could be the first comedy comet that we get that's like, whoa, remember that shit? We hadn't seen one like that before. I'm not promising it, but I'm just saying it could be possible. And you got all these planets coming in like 4 or 5, 6 days. All the planets will be on the exact same side of the sun, not just the gas giants, but all of them. So we have maximum potential for a bang 'em up grand finale to June, and then a blazing wild freedom month of July. That won't be dangerous and stuff. Okay. Cool. Are we cool? I love you. Thank you guys. Seriously. You guys treat me really well. And I appreciate that. You guys take good care of me, so I try to take good care of you. So yeah, we can get excited about stuff but it could break our hearts. Or we could get excited and then it's really amazing, but it causes some damage and destruction. That would suck too. Or it could bring another damn plague. Who knows what's going to happen? Let's try and manifest some amazing stuff. Bring rock and roll, romance, and comedy back to Earth. Because this is a big solar system dance. And God is good. And life is great. And you're pretty awesome too. Stay cool. And I'll talk to you guys about more stuff. I got another video coming up next. It's a serious report on serious things. Okay, great. Peace out. Stay cool.